So we're already starting off with something like super dank. this opening, man. This character model is so goofy as hell. I'm actually so not used to the English dub of this game because, you know, since I grew up in Germany, I'm super used to like the German dub of pretty much all of these games here. But that's fine. But yeah, there you go, Driver 2. This is pretty much the first racing game that I can remember playing. I'm not sure if it was actually the first one, but it's the first one that I have like memories of. Like I remember playing this when I was like 5 years old or something. And there's some very like peculiar stuff that I remember about this game that I cannot wait to show off today, because it's stuff that only I know, that because I spent so much goddamn time in this game that only I know. That's gonna blow your fucking mind. Okay, so we can go into the undercover mode, which is basically the story mode. We can do like the first couple missions later, but let's take a ride in Chicago. This game was awesome, by the way. Like this game came out I think in 2000. Right, so this is like only a couple months after I was born, and it already had like 4 maps that were pretty much open world. The handling I think is really good in this game. Yeah, it's just an awesome game overall. I don't know, man. We're also playing like the unofficial PC version of this game that was made by fans, which is extra awesome. We're driving and Drive It too. I think it's you know, since we're on an old school game, I'm using old school controls, so I'm steering with the D-pad here, which is oh. Great. Damage mode was pretty sick in this game too. Okay, we gotta be careful. The cop will actually not pursue you if you just get close. But the cops are actually pretty smart in this game. They're pretty clever. So if you're breaking the rules, like if you're going too fast or you're running a red light, they will actually stop pursuing you. And they're ruthless, dude. Like the cops in this are insane. Dude, what is wrong with this guy? We gotta wait at the... That's a BMW driver right there. Oh wow, that guy just got ran over, man. Let me actually take a detour here so we can avoid the cop. I just lost the hubcap, pog. Okay, so here's what I want to show up first. So you have these bridges here. I think that one's just lowering, which is nice. So there's a spot somewhere here where you can get out of bounds, and I'm pretty sure I am the only person who knows about that. I have never ever seen anybody do this or talk about this. And I still have no idea how I even found out about it. But it's something you can do. So what you can do in this game is actually you can get out of your car and walk around, which is kind of sick. I remember there was like a spot here. I think it was here. Yeah, where the clipping of this like floor here is kind of awkward. So what you can do is you can walk backwards here. It might take me a couple of attempts. Don't ask me how I found out about this. Okay, it might be a different spot. It might also be over there. Oh no, there we go. There you go. If you just keep walking backwards here, you can actually walk out of bounds. You just keep walking backwards, and there you go. Now we're in the water, basically. You can move forwards, but you can move backwards here. Nobody knows about this. I'm the only person who knows about that, I think. Because how would you find this out? You drowned. It's so goofy, man. I still have no idea how I found that, because you have to stand in the specific spot there and walk backwards. Like, this actually doesn't work if you're just walking forwards. Okay, let me show you something else. So in Havana, there's a secret car that I want to find that I honestly I did every single time when I played this game. And let's see if I still remember. I haven't done this since I was like 9 years old. So basically we have to travel across the map in one piece, which is easier said than done. I don't quite remember where we had to go, but there is a secret car in this game that you can't get anywhere else. Let me see if I can get to it. It might actually take like up to 10 minutes, and I have to be pretty careful not to run into cops, because if I run into cops, there's a good chance that our car gets destroyed, and if our car gets destroyed, it's game over and we have to start all over. Okay, that's a cop car. You know, the fun thing is you can actually, if you find these cop cars, you can actually also get into them and look at the felony level. You can also use the horn. Now we're basically wanted, and the cops will pursue us immediately if they see us driving around in a cop car. I just vaguely remember the general direction we have to go to. So we gotta be wary of the cops here. So there's some stealthing involved here. Far left. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. Now I remember the way it looked. I had to look at the road. So every map in this game actually has a secret car, and we're gonna go to what I think is my favorite. The thing is, I actually only had access. So the thing is with this game, it came on 2 discs. So the 2 maps, and also by extension the story, was basically Oh boy, split onto the 2 discs, and I had both, but disc 2 was too scratched up. So I could only ever play the contents from disc 1. And I only knew about this. I actually found the secret car myself as well. I want to point that out, because back then, you know, internet wasn't really a thing. I mean, it was, but it wasn't really something that I used. So I also found the secret car myself, which I'm really proud of. However, there are secret cars on pretty much every map. Let's try to loose them off the road here. Oh yeah, that worked, nice. I guess we're gonna have to ditch the car afterwards if we want to get rid of our felony. Okay, but I think we're escaping them. That worked. Pog. Okay, but I mean, we're already here. And I don't think that... Oh god, there's a cop. Get out of the car. Hey you. Give me your car. You could also take the minibus, of course. And you have this massive area. You can already see that there's like a huge fence in the distance here. And on this side, there's a button that you can press. Okay, let's see if I remember how this worked. You've unlocked the secret area. There you go. Wow, that was such good timing with the... And voila, now we've unlocked this secret area here. That for some reason has like a bunch of people walking around. And look at that. It leads into an underground passage. And this is where it gets really iffy, because this is straight up a labyrinth and I have no idea where to go. This actually took me... it felt like hours as a kid. So this might take a while, but we have to go all the way down in this secret parking garage. If I take too long with this, we're not gonna see any story today though. I just want to point that out. Okay, here we go back up. Which I'm not sure if that's what we want. Okay. I totally forgot. I totally lost track of where we are. Oh yeah, this is looking good. This is looking really good. Hey, there it is. We did it. Dude, it took me, as a kid, this took me hours to find, man. I just have to press the button here. You've unlocked the secret car. Unfortunately, it doesn't... I think it doesn't get saved anywhere, so you have to come back here all the time. But look how small it is in comparison to Tanner. If you get in, puts you back up. And there you go, that's the secret mini. There's a secret car in Chicago as well, that I didn't do as a kid, but I know where it is. But this game is awesome, dude. It's super old, but I think it aged extremely well. So much love put into it. I do think this game is awesome. Look at the suspension at work here, man. I'll show you the other secret car. That one I didn't find as a child, but I know where it is. You can also like change the time of day if you want to. Let's do this one by night in the rain. Cool thing is the music actually changes depending on the time of day. That's quite a vibe, man. Driving at night. If you've only, I know a lot of people only play Driver San Francisco. I think that's perfectly fine. I also think it's the best out of the Driver series. I think this is really worth playing, even despite its age. Okay, so where was it? I think it was somewhere here. Yeah, there you go. Tickets. Or at least it's supposed to say tickets. You buy tickets here. I think that's actually way harder to see than the secret area here. Like, you wouldn't think that you could actually do something there, because it's just part of the building. And in we go. So, now we're in the baseball stadium. We actually have to walk all the way up here. It's actually nice, so everything looks different at night. Like, you know, you have the lights, and the stadium is also completely empty. But I think it's always empty, to be honest. And there we go. There's our special car. Looks pretty similar to the basic car that we started with. So this one I don't think is as special. Although it does look kind of cool. Guess that's about all I can show for now. But yeah, that's Driver 2. Once again, probably the first racing game I ever played. At least the first one that I can remember playing. You also have like a bunch of driving games here. Survivor was really funny. I'll show this off real quick. This is where you just get... this is current objective survive. Like, the cops are super fast. And there's like tons of them. Oh, we're not kicking. Okay, we survived a whopping 14 seconds. Jesus Christ. What a game. Okay, so there'll be more racing games as well. But I also figured I'd show off some non-racing games here. So let's move on to the next one. Which is something that I also... It's actually probably one of the first games I played on the PlayStation 2 back in the day. Man, this game is such a vibe. Honestly, like, I played a lot of Sonic games by now, and I can confidently say that this one, in comparison to the rest, is kind of garbage. But I don't know. I have like several stories you can do. For whatever reason, I always like Team Chaotix the most. Although their gameplay is terrible, like it's usually just collecting random bullshit around the map. But let's just go with Team Sonic. So I think this might be the first Sonic game that I played. And as a kid, I always liked, like I played both Mario and Sonic. But I always liked Sonic more, which I'm pretty sure is an indicator that I might be on the autism spectrum somewhere. Because these games are considerably more shitty. But I don't know, something about them I just really like. So this controls like absolute dog water, but that's okay. I still remember all of these stages so well. Like basically controlling 3 characters at once, kinda. You just prioritize one of them, and they all have like their own strengths and weaknesses. So Knuckles, for example, is more combat oriented, and Sonic obviously is the fastest. And then you can use Tails for flying. Okay, you can also use the Team Blast, and I don't know what button that is. Okay, I found the button. I found the button. Good to know. Oh god. No, what the fuck? Why didn't I make it there? So yeah, this game is very janky. It has a lot of jank. That's you can see it right there, where some stuff that's supposed to work just kinda doesn't. Though that's something I think every Sonic game is kinda guilty of. It's crazy how much I remember these stages, especially because the thing is, I don't know about you guys, but as a kid I never had, or like I haven't had a memory card for the longest time. So I actually played like the first few levels of pretty much all the games that I had at the time, over and over and over again, because I couldn't save. So this stage here I must have played like, I don't know, like 100 times easily. So I remember I could draw this on the map if I wanted to. GG. Dude, not bad. Getting A rank after not having played this game in years? Not bad, not bad. I'll take it. Do the first few stages have the best music, I swear to god. Okay, here's something cool though. That works half the time. Nice. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna ignore those. Wow, okay. I almost jumped down. I think if you fall into the water, you're actually just dead. Ah, yeah. Okay, we should probably switch to Sonic here. Otherwise, we're gonna be too slow. Ooh, things close. That was actually like pretty much just as fast as the last stage. I think the time was super similar this time. There should be another A. Perfect. I think there's also an S rank though, so that's not perfect. Although Knuckles just said perfect. That is not perfect. Oh, I actually have a special stage. I hated these. So I have to collect these balloons because they fill up your boost bar that you can use to boost. And you will have to boost if you want to get the Chaos Emerald. Come on, get it! Yeah! They basically just have to push, you have to press the button, like the boost button constantly. You can't just hold it down. And the controls here, like moving in the pipe is really janky. But I also got stuck here at some point in this game. I mean, I still played this after I got a memory card. I remember it was a particular boss where I had no idea what to do anymore. So I never finished this game. I mean, this also gets really hard at some point. Oh yeah, I remember these boss fights. They were not good. I think I... What was it? Alright! Speedrun! Speedrun. Did I had that way longer in mind. What did I do differently than usual? I remember this boss fight was like 2 minutes. Usually. I think I was just homing attacking, yeah. When I did this as a kid. Okay, this stage was actually awesome. We're gonna move on to the next game, but I'll play the first bit of this stage because it's kinda awesome. I mean, if anything, the levels in this game are fantastic. It's one of the most janky Sonic games and super buggy. But the levels are awesome. Oh my god, the ring dash almost killed me, man. This fucking game, man. This game still has a special place in my heart. First Sonic game that I played, and Sonic is now one of my favorite franchises. Hey, GG. Okay, I did one bonus stage here, but we gotta move on. Wouldn't necessarily be the Sonic game I would recommend to newcomers, but it's a fun time though. So what do we have next? Oh, nice. Okay, we're doing the next 3D platformer, and this one I will say is a much better game. And in fact, it's actually one of my favorite games of all time. Anyone here remember Rayman? Oh, dude, it's so sad that they just completely killed off this franchise, man. You can actually still buy this today. This is a game that you can buy on Ubisoft store today, and it costs nothing. It's when they changed to the new logo when everything went to shit. So when you play a Ubisoft game that it still has this logo, that's how you know it's good shit. And now the thing is, you know, you only have 5 characters here, which kind of sucked because my name has 6 characters, so my name here would always be Dusty. Like there's no other game like this. Like, sure, it's like a 3D platformer with like some combat, but there's just something about this game that feels super, super special. And I played this over and over again. However, only up until like, I think the 4th or 5th world. Because that's when they started to use some horror elements. That as a kid got me so hard, I actually could not finish the game. They wanted to actually make a proper sequel to this game. And then they turned it into a shitty minigame collection. I also have no idea why Ubisoft doesn't want to make a new Rayman. Like, I talked about this before. I think right now is like the perfect time to make another 3D platformer. Like, we saw Spyro coming back, Crash coming back. Huge sales on the Mario series, right, with Mario Odyssey. Like, there's really been like a massive resurgence for these kinds of games. Why aren't they making new Rayman? Like, now it's like the perfect time. That animation back then blew my fucking mind, by the way, with the bullet. This one we might have to play a little bit longer because the introduction is fairly lengthy. Okay, something's definitely wrong with the aspect ratio. Like, we shouldn't have these black bars there. You know what? That's okay. I remember you can actually kick the turtles away. So yeah, in the beginning you don't actually have your hands, so you can only kick. And it's up to us to find them again. I love the levels here as well. Like, I think in terms of like visuals and art style, this was peak. And aged really well. I don't remember when this game came out. 2003. Okay, that's kind of nuts. This game looks way too good for 2003. Like, I genuinely would have guessed like 2006 maybe. Once again, just like with Sonic Heroes, I can play this blind. Because I played the beginning of this game over and over and over again. I can actually draw you the level design onto a map if I wanted to. With points you unlock a bunch of mini games later on. So it's not super important that you get these, but that's kind of nice. Alright, so you gotta be kind of like strafing here, which I think is a pretty cool combat mechanic here. And you have to use this a lot because otherwise the enemies just block your shots unless they're charged. So those are your power-ups. Although I will say the first one is kind of whack. You can use the tornadoes to just kind of lower some platforms like there. And you can also shrink enemies. So you can shrink them and then you can just stomp on them and then they die instantly. Remember, this was really hard. The thing is the box is too large. I forgot how to do this actually. Yeah, it might be a frame rate issue because he's catching up too fast. Oh wait for me. Ah, nice. We got him after all. GG. Oh yeah, these are not supposed to fall that fast. That is definitely a frame rate issue. Oh, these are definitely not supposed to fall that fast. Alright, there we go. This is where a good shit starts. There's actually a secret here. There's like tons of secrets in this game. I remember there was one here. Let me see if I remember where it was. Oh yeah, I think it was over there. So you have this little platform here that allows you to get up here. And then I think you wanted to move over here. Aha. See, I know my shit. There's so many of these secrets here. This is just one of them. And now we get to one of the best parts of the game. What the fuck? Okay, that's another frame rate issue. I just managed to hit the floor there. Alright, here we go. So these are just like random ass transitions between worlds. This is so trippy, man. I remember I played this with a friend as a kid, and he was like, how do you manage to concentrate on the floor? Like, I'm just getting distracted by the background. It's like, well, yeah, true. That's kind of the point. Dude, the soundtrack of this game is awesome. 100%. But there we are with the actual first level. Alright, new power-up. This one was always really cool. Although it's really simple. It's like a straight up power-up for your fists. So you can break tough shit and yeah, do more damage. Alright, before it runs out, quickly smash this open. Oh, there's a part coming here that I absolutely hated as a kid, and honestly I might not be able to do because of the frame rate. This might turn into a frame rate issue again. I hated that part as a kid and I was stuck there. I think they block your shots if you just try to hit them straight on. As you can see. So you have to kind of like either strafe and hit them from the side or charge up a shot. Yes, the waterfall. I hated that as a kid. I couldn't do it, man. So basically you have to just mash the jump button a bunch of times. The thing is, as a kid, I was not good at button mashing. So I would always just tumble down. Not sure how fast you even have to mash it. But as a kid, I just couldn't do it. But what I love about this game, like, it throws in something new in every level, right? Every level, it throws in some new interesting mechanic or gimmick or something that you can fuck around with. It's really cool. Like, this is a game that I really don't think ever gets boring. And all the worlds are super unique and have their own vibe. It's not a super long game. I think you can finish this in like 6 to 8 hours, maybe. It depends how, you know, how much issue you have with certain sections. But yeah, awesome game, man. 100%. There were some mini games as well. Not sure if I unlocked any. Okay, yeah, you have like these weird ass fucking videos here that I never understood. Oh, these were so sus. Now, yeah, it all comes back to me. It's so stupid. Like, these serve no purpose, right? Like, that's the funny thing about this. This serves no purpose in the game. It doesn't expand the story or the characters. This is just dumbass shit, dude. That they animated. It's just... And you just gradually unlock the game. Okay, and then you have, like, these arcade minigames that you unlock if you get enough points. Some of them are dog shit. Some of them are good. Yeah, this one was just kind of like a throwback to the first Rayman. So it uses a lot of the graphics. How was I supposed to survive that? Bullshit. But check this game out. You can still buy it today, either on Ubisoft Connect or on GOG. Super worth playing. It's one of the best 3D platformers that I know. What was next on the list? Hey, we're going back to racing games. And this is the game that you may have already seen before on my channel. So this might not be anything new to you, but I just kind of wanted to give this like another look. Because we've only played this on the PSP. And actually did 100% in. Twice when I was a kid, for some dumb reason. But now we're actually playing the PS2 version, which supposedly looks a lot better. We'll see. And also has achievements for some dumb reason that I don't understand. I wonder how much better it looks. Like, I only remember the way it looked on the PSP emulator, which was terrible. The thing is, I actually also have the PC version of this game. The problem with the PC version, like, sure, it runs at higher frame rates, which is good. But it's actually so broken. Just trying to install the game is already a bit of a landmine, because if you try to install it, there's a good chance you actually brick your PC. Oh, this goofy ass story, man. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't think this is a good game. It's okay. It's okay, it has its charm. It does some things pretty well for a PS2 game, I will say. Like, the map, I think, is pretty cool. Yeah, you're playing as an absolute douchebag. With the worst haircut I've ever seen. Like, bro's got the zebra haircut, man.
Yo, how'd you like to go to Maui, girl? Help me decorate my place while Liddell licks his wounds.
Baby, did he? I know you ain't talking to Lana like
the Rizzler, man.
Change is coming.
Ha, get it? Change. Pocket change. Clever writing, man. Soundtrack was really good in this game, though. I mean, only the hip-hop, though. The rest kinda sucked ass. You know what? I think this game does look kinda good. Look at the reflections, dude. There were some redeemable qualities to this game. I think also the map was pretty cool. This was kind of like before way before Midnight Club LA, right? And you have like all the main districts. On the PSP, they were all kind of like separated, but here it's all connected, right? So you can go, I don't know, all the way from the port of LA and Long Beach, all the way up to Hollywood and everything in between. It's just, if you let off the gas, the cars just kind of drift, but not really. Like, they just kind of have super grip. Oh yeah, but the crash animations were pretty good though, especially considering those are licensed cars. Like the crash physics and animations are pretty sick. This was, in a way, this really is Little Midnight Club, but I think even Little Midnight Club is still pretty okay. Oh fuck. The crash physics are pretty sick. There are some fun redeemable qualities to this game, I will say. Also, the amount of traffic here is pretty rad. I mean, look at this shit. Like, the strongest point of this game really is the map, in my opinion. Lots of unique assets everywhere, tons of traffic, pedestrians. And it still looks this good. I don't think this looks as good as something like, you know, Need for Speed or Midnight Club. But it comes damn close. Like, the best way I would describe this game is, it's a crappy game with some pretty good ideas. It's probably the best way I could describe this game. Can we just jump over here? Oh god. Okay, the physics are good actually. I like the crashing physics. You have to be more specific there. The driving physics are not good. Okay, we have to drive under the truck this time. Oh boy, okay. Okay, I think now we might actually be able to get the car. The thing is, what I really did not like is the way cars work. Like, you don't actually have a garage per se. So you kind of, since you lost all the cars in the beginning because your house got raided, or like your villa got raided, you have to just kind of like steal them back. So there's not really like any buying cars or anything. Which I don't know, I think it kind of blows. So now we have to steal back our Impala. And these missions get absolutely fucking wild because these pursuers are ruthless, dude. Like, if you thought the cops in Driver 2 were kind of nuts, this is like a new level. Fucking hell, man. Oh god, yeah, okay, you just committed die. Alright. Okay. Just make it in. As far as I know, they don't actually follow you into the villa, so as long as you make it here, you're good. But if you guys want, we can turn this into a full playthrough. I know I did a review on the PSP version, but yeah, we can do a playthrough type video on this game. Especially because now we're playing the PS2 version, which is substantially better than the PSP version. Alright, we need to do one more race. I've been on this game for way too long already. We need to move on. I also love how you have like a GTA style star system, but it makes no sense. Like, you gain and lose stars so easily. Now we're already back to 2, now we're at 3, now we're at 5. It makes no sense.
64 Chevy Impala SS.
The fuck is that?
Handles,
I know what I've seen worse. Tires have 0 profile left. Like, the rims are literally touching the ground. Thing is, you actually don't get any performance benefit from doing this. Like, the car does not get faster. Alright, there you go. There's a rush. Okay, what was next on the list? Who in here was not a Spongebob fan as a kid? I just would like to know. Because I feel like everyone that I know loved SpongeBob as a kid. Most popular SpongeBob game was Battle for Bikini Bottoms. It was so popular that they actually got a remake. But I always had this, which is a video game adaptation of the movie. Which was awesome, by the way. Watched the movie like... I watched the movie like 3 dozen times. And I actually remember playing this again, I think around 2019, 2018 maybe. In preparation for Battle for Bikini Bottom, like the remake. And I actually got 100% in this game. It's really fun. And yeah, same as with Sonic Heroes and Rayman 3. I know the first few levels so well, I can like visualize them fully in my head. Like, I know exactly what's gonna come next. And that's despite not having played this game in years. That's just like core memories that I will never forget. Once you get near the end of the game, like the last few levels are stupid hard actually. And I actually never managed to beat the game because of it. However, I spent so much time in the last, like one of the last levels, that I actually managed to find an out of bounds. Once again, like with Driver 2, there's actually like a wall where you can just kind of like climb up and like leave the level and walk to the end. And like years later, I was like, huh, I wonder if that gets used for speedrunning. And mind you, I discovered that when I was like 9, that out of bounds. And years later, when I checked this game out again when I was like 17 or 18 or whatnot, I was like, huh, I wonder if that gets used for speedrunning. And it did. I must have been the first person to know about that speedrunning trick. I can show that off later. I honestly think they should remake this game next. After the Battle for Bikini Bottom remake. But I think this one's probably gonna be kind of tricky to remake because, you know, David Hasselhoff is in the game and all. It's like, in terms of gameplay, it's pretty much the same. But the levels are more linear. Which isn't necessarily better or worse, it's just different. Okay, I think there was some more points here so we can actually level up. Yeah, this was pretty cool. This is what Battle for Bikini Bottom didn't have. You actually had this upgrade system here. Which I thought was always kind of nice. So you can upgrade your health or your various abilities. I will say that it's kind of a shame that they told the story like this. And these crusty JPEG stills from the movie. Once again, this is something that I think the remake could really improve on. If they ever do it, but I don't think they will. And now we play as Patrick. Cool thing is they also have, like in the beginning, they play pretty much the same, but they get unique abilities later on. I wonder if we can already get to the first slide level. The sliding levels were definitely my favorite in this game. Okay, wait, okay, no. We have to at least get to the first Patty Wagon stage. In the beginning, combat is still fairly meh. I mean, to be honest, the combat is just kind of meh in general here. But later on, you do get some more abilities to spice up the combat a bit. I mean, in general, the game is not really anything super special. I think the games I showed before, like Rayman 3 and even Sonic Heroes, I think were a little bit more special than this. But this was always a nice time waster, you know, especially if you're a SpongeBob fan and you watch the movie. I actually can do this here in one go. I think you actually get like a... I'm not sure if you get something special if you do. Yeah, you do. Haha, see? You get ace secrets. I think this is usually like concept art and shit. Extras. Yeah, there you go. Film trailer 1, Mermaid Man, Spongebob. Oh yeah, you actually get different costumes as well. These stages are actually kind of nice. The car controls terribly, but I don't know. There you go. Best car in racing game history. I definitely like how the paddy wagon is animated, especially when you hit stuff. It's actually kind of chill because these aren't races per se, right? Like, you're not running against the clock. At least not yet. Some of these are races later on, where you're gonna have to be fast and you have to know the route. The car always breaks at the end. It does every time. Super fun game. I could honestly 100% this again. Doesn't take super long either. Time for a goat. Well, there we go. Of course, I also played a lot of Smash, which is kind of funny because I think Smash Brothers is like more of a couch co-op game, right? It's something that you just kind of rather play with others. But I just kind of didn't. Growing up alone as an only child, I played this game a lot on my own, but I still had a lot of fun with it. But it's interesting, in this game, I think in general with the Wii era, they went for this like semi-realistic art style, right? So characters like Mario, they had like a lot more like detail and realistic looking clothing, for example. Though I remember this got stupid hard near the end. I mean, I haven't played the story modes in a very, very long time. But I remember as a kid I got stuck at the end and I never finished this. I remember. You can actually choose who to play as, which I thought was really cool. I think I always picked Kirby as well here, when I was a kid. Okay, I did a taunt. Good. The thing is, I actually don't really play that many fighting games. I only recently started dabbling into some. It was really only Smash that I played. Oh, nice. Oh, wow. Now I can pick whoever. The thing is, when I played this game, I never played any of the Legend of Zelda games, but now I did. So I kind of want to play Zelda this time. Now I'm gonna play Zelda. Oh, you can actually choose an order, so if I die as Zelda, then I guess I play as some of the others. So I think this Zelda is modeled after Twilight Princess, right? I think that was like the newest one at the time. Oh, you can actually transform into Sheik, that's cool. Nice. Hey, I didn't die. Dude, this freaked me out as a kid, actually. That scared the shit out of me as a kid, these things. Like, I always thought we were like atom bombs. In general, like, the story is actually surprisingly, like, serious and dramatic. I remember this game had a really annoying mechanic, which I still don't understand why they implemented that. But you can basically trip when you start running. Which I remember, like, really messed up the competitive scene for this game. Because you can just randomly trip when you start sprinting, and that would absolutely ruin your match, because it would leave you open to like hits. That's why the core Smash community actually does not like this game at all. Like the competitive community. But I like it. I think it's probably one of the better ones in the series just for single player content. But I still think Ultimate is easily the best one. Even if it doesn't have the cool story mode that this game has. It just plays the best. Looks great, has so, like infinite amount of content. It just scared the shit out of me as a kid, man. What I think is really cool and also clever in a way is that the entire story doesn't really use any dialogue, right? But it still works. It's pretty impressive if you think about it. Like, no one's saying a single goddamn word. They could have easily just used like a bunch of text boxes here. But that's like what a majority of the game actually is. It's these 2D stages here. In Smash Ultimate, they just use like fights, which I don't know. Maybe that works better. I think a mix of both would have been nice. It was really cool seeing all of these video game characters together in the story and work together. I think that stuff was super cool. It was just pure fan service, you know. Especially if you grew up with a lot of the characters here. I remember I would always like get super hyped whenever anything Pokemon related was on screen. Where's the football? Shit. Oh, not these things. I used to main Meta Knight who was absolutely stupid overpowered. Which was another reason why the competitive scene for this game never really took off, because everyone was using Meta Knight. It was not fun to watch. Okay, don't shrink me. God damn it, why does it keep shrinking me? Ah, dude! Fuck. Alright. Well, okay, for a moment they were actually as big as me though. I remember, I'm not sure if I can do it now already or if I have to unlock it later. You can actually play, you can actually play legitimate games. Wait, I don't remember these. I don't remember you could play Star Fox 64 here. Might be the, because of the game version. But you could actually play like full trials of like actual games here. I've actually never played this. But you only get 3 minutes and it kicks you out. Oh god, the controls are inverted, man.
Slippy, get back here!
Fuck you! That's why I said the introduction is like 2 minutes and then you get like 20 seconds of gameplay. God damn it, man. Okay, I understand why I didn't see that one in my game. On the European copy, because it makes no goddamn sense. Give me like 5 minutes. What the fuck is the point? I mean, you get like 1 minute for Mario Bros, which is like just enough to finish the first stage if you're fast. But I actually spent a lot of time with these masterpieces, just playing these demos. Coin launcher, yeah, that shit was fun as hell. So the coins that you collect during the game, you could spend on this, which looks really simple. But this is where you earn like a lot of collectible shit. See, they got a sticker there. Always want to be hitting the trophies. Got it. Spend way more time on this than the actual rest of the game, I swear to god. That's, in my opinion, the kind of fun stuff that Smash Ultimate was missing. I like that game more, but it doesn't have shit like this, you know? Oh yeah, and also like you could view information on this stuff too. I have a bunch of info on pretty much everything. Like this entire game is almost like a Nintendo encyclopedia in a way, where you can just read up on fucking everything, man. Like randomized Pokemon, characters from the Animal Crossing world. I still really love Brawl. And honestly, I think after Ultimate, it's my second favorite. And it's close. I would put this close to Ultimate. Vroom Vroom game is next. So this was pretty much the only cars game that I played. And this is actually kind of an interesting game because it's a hybrid of a racing game and a collectathon game a la Spyro. Like if you've played Spyro, a lot of stuff in this game actually should feel really familiar to you. And that was really satisfying to me. Something about this game. I think I also 100%ed this twice on the PS2 as a kid. So actually like a genuinely fun game. If I think about it, isn't the entire concept of the Cars universe so fucking weird? Like the cars have teeth, man. Yeah, driving wise is actually fairly okay. In terms of handling, it's not too bad. It's actually somewhat enjoyable. I mean, we did play on the medium difficulty, which I think is called Pro here. But considering this is more of a kid's game, you know, I'd imagine that even medium is still very easy. Okay, but here's what I was talking about in terms of like, this is kind of like half racing game, half collectathon. Like you have this shit here all over the map. These things, which you can spend on, I think, upgrades or cosmetics. Like these points. I don't remember what the purpose was of these. So you have to collect these fuel tanks. The thing is, they do run out, like they don't respawn on the track, so you don't want to just constantly run into them. The number actually, I think the number actually indicates how many... Oh god, I'm collecting way too many. How many still respawn. So the 2 means that next time there's still gonna be a can that I can collect. But I like this game because it's pretty creative in a few ways, you know, like this event type. Also collecting shit on the map. There's also several maps, like you're not only in Radiator Springs. At some point you also get to visit other locations. Try to tag your opponent. If you get tagged, chase and tag your opponent before they reach their goal. Well, it shouldn't be too hard. Now follow the arrow to your goal. Okay, this is actually just like it's basically capture the flag. So I did. Wow. Relay races. Okay, I think I have an idea what those are. Something's telling me that huge ass yellow arrow. I think you can actually use the tilt for some sharp corners too, right? Like this. It's probably better than just actually braking. Oh, Meta time. Look at the physics on the hook. Okay, well, but that's about the gist of the game. Now, I've only played this Cars game. I haven't played any of the other Cars games. Alright, but let's leave it here for Cars. Fun game. And now we're moving on to a game that, like, I'm kind of cheating with. Tony Hawk's. So here's the deal with Tony Hawk's. I grew up with these games as a kid a lot, and I played them a lot. However, not on console. I only played these games on Nintendo DS for some reason. I never actually got around to play any of the Tony Hawk games on console or PC until like a couple of years ago. But as a kid, I only played them on DS. However, they were fairly similar on DS, like gameplay-wise. So a lot of the skill I got on the DS kind of translated over. And American Wasteland is kind of the one that I spent the most time with. But I will say, I think out of the Tony Hawk's games, I liked Underground 1 the most.
My dream is to act in a reality show. Do you know you can get Botox in your teeth?
That sounds like a great idea, miss. Get a haircut. Let's get rid of that EES haircut. That guy looks way too young to have facial hair. That looks so, like, maybe like a soul patch, right? That does not fit at all. My customization in this game was pretty sick. But we gotta dress like an actual, like, mid-2000s teenager. So, like, back then, shit was, like,
How you liking those pants?
baggy and stuff. Also with, like, the jeans always being, like, way too long. And that was just kind of what you would wear at the time. Alright, now we're finally here. We can finally do be skating, man. Shit. Oh, great start. The main thing when I played these Tony Hawk games on DS is you couldn't actually walk,
That's funny.
which made things pretty janky at times. You couldn't actually get off the board on the DS. Dude, it is illegal to have the music this low on a Tony Hawk game. It's not like it's half the experience. How about this dude? There we go. Okay, now we can actually do some proper combos here. Thing is, the stats on the skater are so ass, so keeping that balance actually very hard. Oh fuck. Although I was never really good at holding combos. Like I'd say I'm okay at these games, but like I can't do like millions worth of combos. Reverts. I gotta be honest, I don't use them as much as I should, I think. They're actually kind of good to extend the timing you have on some of the combos. Like transitioning into a manual is a little bit easier if you do a reverb in between because the time window gets a little bit wider. Alright, actual score competition. Now we have to kind of pull it all together. Although you can kind of cheese it with this stuff. This is super easy for good points. Okay, we can't do backflips yet, I think. No. Okay, I'm just gonna wait until he comes back around here. Because I think he's just going in circles here. Ha! Got him! You gotta hit me with one of the best songs in the game now. Seriously, okay. I wanted to kind of call it, but now with that song... I could play this all stream, man. Seriously. Nice! Grind on top of the cars. Dude, I forgot you could do that. But I think these Tony Hawk games, they really capture the essence of the zeitgeist from the mid-2000s. Like this edginess. It's like a time capsule of sorts, you know? Enough of that. So, only 2 more. And next is another banger. So I was really into Star Wars as a kid as well, as I think a lot of kids were. Although as a kid, I will be honest, I didn't have the complete saga. I had only the second one. Like, if you didn't know initially, you only had the first 3 episodes and then the original 3 episodes as like separate games. And the complete saga is basically both games connected into one. And I only had the one with the original 4 episodes. So A New Hope and the other 2. So I'm not actually that familiar with the prequel content. So the thing is, if you actually want to collect everything, each level actually takes quite a while. Like, you'll be in each level for like 20 minutes. This was OP, by the way, this like double jump attack move. This trivialized pretty much every single boss fight. I mean, not like this game requires like any major skill in the first place. Because, yeah, death is kind of like irrelevant here. Like, if you die, you just respawn instantly. You lose a little bit of your collected stats, I think. Which, if you want to go for Master, or for like True Jedi, as I got right there, can be a little bit frustrating. This is so good for sure, and I honestly think this is one of the games that aged the best. Like, considering how old this game is, it really aged extremely well, if you think about it. There isn't really many games from this era that aged this well. Like, nothing about this game feels dated to me. Like, sure, it's simple, but like, it doesn't feel dated, you know? Or old. Like, even visually, I think this is still okay. Oh, there's another one of these. Though you'll never get all of them on your first go. At some point you'll have to come back to this. Which, I'll be honest, I never really liked. And I never did. I don't know about you guys, but I never went back to these levels once I had free play unlocked, just so I can get the rest. I just did not care enough. I usually just played them once during the story, and then when I was done, I felt like I was done. I say I'm one of those weirdos who actually enjoys the characters with guns a little bit more. It's kind of satisfying, especially dodging the shots from others. I think there was also some kind of Easter egg. I'm not sure if it was on this, in this level or another one, where you can find a bunch of stormtroopers in a hot tub. I feel like this game is like a lot of games that I showed today. That are like really, really simple, but the simplicity is kind of what makes them fun. Oh yeah, there we go. So that's only one of them. That's only one of the hot tubs. I gotta say, I liked it better when these Lego games didn't have dialogue. Where it was just mumbling, right? I did like that better. At some point they just switched to like full-on dialogue. Which I still don't think is terrible, by the way. Like, I don't hate that change. But I think this just had so much more charm. It's not like these games needed like a lot of dialogue or story, right? Like, who cares? Just a bunch of fun cutscenes was enough. Alright, we have one more game. And that was actually my first racing game on PS2. And I'm not gonna like play the game legit. I'm gonna do one specific thing, because I actually did not actually properly play this game. Dude, this intro is awesome, dude. It's like so early 2000s. But there's just something awesome about it, man. Now this opening burned itself into my brain, man. So I played this for quite a while, just doing nothing but crashing cars. So I'll do the thing that I've always been doing, which is Monaco Rally. As I said, I never really got into this game. I just kind of like picked random stages and threw cars off cliffs, which is exactly what we'll do today. I remember especially Monte Carlo was fantastic for that. As you can see, we're pretty high up. And there are gaps in the road, like right here, where we just yeet the car off of. And with these crash physics, that shit was entertaining as hell. Like, look at these physics, man. That was really fun. I had a lot of fun just doing nothing but that. Over and over and over again. Actual psychopath behavior right there. This is one of the bigger cliffs. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Ow. I can do this all day, man. These physics are just way too... like, they're way better than they have any right to be. Oh my god! That one might be even better. If I can get over that. If I can get over that, that one might be even better. This was BeamNG before BeamNG. At least in terms of, like, just having fun with car destruction. Oh yeah, this is a juicy one. Oh yeah, dude, this is a juicy one. Oh, let's go. Oh, dude. More flips, more suffering. What if I go up here? Oh my god, that might be the deepest pit. Holy shit. That is definitely the biggest drop. This is a real car crash simulator. Whoa, what the fuck? What the fuck? We went to heaven, man. We got transported up to heaven there for a moment. What the fuck is happening there? Oh, dude, this is gonna be nice. Oh, yeah, let's go. Yeah, that's the best one we had today. Oh, that's the best one we had today. Yep. Yep. Oh shit, didn't mean to do that. Oh, nice. Okay, that was not prompted. That was not intentional. Nice, dude. Full front flip, dude. Like a champ. Like a champ. Look, he's smiling. Who got you smiling like that, man? I think the cameras would properly capture the crashes. It just switches to them. Where's the car? Where's the car? Where did it go? I don't know. Oh yeah, dude, there we go. Dude, the camera actually captures that. It looks even funnier in that camera, dude. Oh yeah, there we go. I love how emotionless they just sit there like. Bro just looks at his fucking notepad like. See, You understand how I just did this for like half a year now, right? Like, this was just fucking hilarious to me as a kid. I didn't want to play the rest of the game. I didn't give a fuck about the rest of the game. Alright. Guys, I think that's it. I hope you enjoyed this slice of my own personal nostalgia that I had over the course of the stream. So these were like a bunch of games that I played in my childhood. We can continue this because there's a lot of other games that I played in my childhood that I played arguably more than the ones I showed today. So yeah, if you want a part 2 of this, let me know. And who knows, maybe we'll turn some of the games we played today into a full playthrough. Maybe even some of the non-racing game stuff, we'll see.